So as long as you're not living under a rock, you know the situation the Miami Dolphins are currently in. They have to win this upcoming week against the Jets, and they also have to see the Denver Broncos fall to the Kansas City Chiefs also on Sunday in order to make the playoffs. And it's looking all likelihood to be Tyler Huntley that the Miami Dolphins will be deploying at quarterback to play against the Jets in, again, what is a must-win game. They had a must-win game last week against the Browns, and Tyler Huntley performed 22 of 26, 225 yards, found the end zone on his own, found the end zone through the air, a really good performance, and certainly what was his best performance in a Dolphins jersey up to this point. You can do so much worse from your backup quarterback, 84% completion percentage, 115.5 passer rating. Tyler Huntley looked comfortable. He looked like he understood what he was asked to do within the offense, and it was a massive shift from what we saw from earlier this season where he was in the pocket and just didn't look like he knew where the ball needed to go to. He couldn't find Tyreek Hill. His safety valve was Jonnu Smith, and maybe he was actually pretty key in getting Jonnu Smith rolling so far this season. That big game against the Colts that Jonnu Smith had was from Tyler Huntley, but there was a different type of feel on Sunday against Cleveland. He was more patient, but also in patience, he was able to get the ball out quicker. He was more decisive. He knew where the ball needed to go. It was a massive difference from his first game as a Miami Dolphin, 14 completions, 96 yards, and a really bad effort against the Tennessee Titans, a really bad loss from the Miami Dolphins that day. A loss that if Tua had played, we probably win, and we probably control our own destiny going into Week 18. But alas, this is where we're at. The Dolphins don't control their own destiny, and the Dolphins are probably going to have to roll out with Tyler Huntley. All the reports continue to flood out that Tua is probably going to be missing this game on Sunday with his hip injury. And we made a video a couple days ago talking about the injury, and whether it's because he's injured and truly that hurt, or whether it's just a pain tolerance thing, it's not a great look for Tua. Without a doubt, the Miami Dolphins would be better with Tua playing at quarterback, but Tyler Huntley has found himself a role as a quarterback in this offense. And this is the first quarterback we've really seen understand what the offense asks of them and understand how to play a good game. We've seen the likes of Jacoby Brissett come in, Teddy Bridgewater, Skylar Thompson has made appearances, more appearances than I would have liked to have seen from him in a Miami Dolphins uniform. But Tyler Huntley was the first one who looked like he understood what Mike McDaniel wanted him to do, while also being able to add his own flair, which was the athleticism that we saw when he was the team's leading rusher on Sunday against the Browns, able to get on the end zone on his own, as well as be able to orchestrate a timing-based offense that Mike McDaniel asked of Tua to do. He will be doing so this week against the fifth-rated team in terms of passing yards in the NFL and the New York Jets, who will probably be without Sauce Gardner, and DJ Reed has come out and basically said he cannot wait till free agency comes. So they're going to be down their top corner, as well as I don't really know how hard this Jets team is going to be playing. I don't know how strong this locker room is. Matter of fact, I think we do know. I think it's one of the weaker locker rooms in the league. I think it's a team that is so incredibly ready for the season to be over. So while on paper it's not the greatest of matchups for Tyler Huntley and the Miami Dolphins coming up this week, this Jets team is not in a good spot. We just beat them about a month ago with Tua. Took us to overtime. So I think it's more the offensive side of the ball that we have to worry about with the Jets, the defensive side of the ball with their injuries, with just the morale of the team crushing down right now. I think it's not necessarily a good matchup for Tyler Huntley, but it certainly could be worse. I kind of think Tyler Huntley can do the job. With what we saw from him with his growth from last week, from what we've seen from him earlier on this season, I was really impressed by him. Now, I didn't get to watch the game too intently. I got to watch the highlights back. I was watching on my phone, mostly in the car. But what I did see from him was poise and accuracy and confidence and being calm. All traits that you need to have to be an NFL quarterback in general, but certainly traits you need to find as Miami Dolphins team. You need to be quick with the decision-making process. You need to be able to put the ball in place for our playmakers to make plays. And hopefully he will be getting one of those playmakers back in Jalen Waddle. That's still up in the air. He's still questionable whether he's going to be playing on Sunday against the Jets, but he might be back, and the other playmakers that are around him, he was able to get a lot more involved than in previous weeks. He had his most targets, most receptions with Tyreek Hill. Jonnu Smith got in the end zone again. Malik Washington is continuing to show flair. Devon Achane had more of a down game, but I was actually kind of excited to see that. Devon Achane so many times this year has just been a safety valve to go to underneath, and kind of offense stagnates, a lot of empty calories in terms of the yards from Devon Achane. So seeing Tyler Huntley push the ball downfield and pick up first downs and control time of possession with the win last week against the Browns, and against a bad team, the Browns obviously are not good, and seeing Denzel Ward go down in the game was not helpful for the Browns, but that does not take away from the performance of Tyler Huntley. Poise, accuracy, and talent and a little bit of flair that we do not see for Tua. The athleticism, the ability to extend plays. He also wasn't just looking to do that off the jump. He wasn't looking to make run plays on his own after the first read. He was sitting there, poised in the pocket, examining the field, and then, if necessary, took off and was pretty successful in doing so. I certainly would rather have Tua under center this upcoming week for the Miami Dolphins, and it's a shame to see the injuries continue to flare up. And whether you're pretty mad with Tua or you're more sympathetic, there's something you can't deny that these are starting to add up. I actually have a pretty strong confidence from what I saw in that Browns game from Tyler Huntley that he can lead the Dolphins to the playoffs. He can at the very least help them do the job against the Jets, and then whatever happens with the Broncos, you just have to live with that. But getting this win here is paramount, and I feel pretty confident about Tyler Huntley being able to do so. Let me know your thoughts on Tyler Huntley down below in the comments. Do you think he can help the Dolphins get to the playoffs? If we get to the playoffs, do you think he's somebody that can take us deeper into the playoffs somehow with this pretty poor roster? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. We'll see y'all next time. Have a great rest of your day. Go Dolphins.